Jack Grealish is in Manchester to sign a £100 million transfer from Aston Villa to Manchester City. Trevor, we really haven't had a chance really to digest it because it's huge breaking news that's only just broken in the last few moments. First of all, Jack Grealish, was that the priority for Manchester City in your eyes?
Well, it's got to be. If you're breaking a British record,
But is that the area they needed to strengthen?
From where I'm standing, no. Mm-hmm. I think it's quite obvious. You lose a player with the effect that Kun Aguero's had at Manchester City, and he goes to Barcelona, and you're left with Jesus, who I do think is a good player. Ferran Torres can play as a 9, but you're losing one of the best ever in the Premier League. One of the best to grace the Premier League is leaving to go and play in La Liga with Barcelona. That is the area for me that I would say we need to strengthen at. Now, last season, Aguero wasn't available hardly at all. Jesus missed a large chunk of the season. So they played most of last season and won the league cruising.
Without a standard striker.
Yeah, so what's to say that Pep's not going to do that again? We've seen him redefine football in this country. You know, there's without doubt the way that teams play now. There was a recent thing about Rochdale and how their manager has now gone to manage the 23s at Manchester City.
Brian Barry Murphy.
That's the one. And some of the goals that they scored, that didn't happen before Pep came. But I think because of the success Manchester City have had playing out from the back, playing through the lines, the way that they execute that in games, the pitches have got that better. Technically, the players have got better. The coaches have got better. And I think he has redefined the way that teams play in the English leagues, not just the Premier League, but all down the pyramid. Going on from that, will Manchester City sign a striker? Well, we're all looking at the news with Harry Kane. Is it going to happen? Again, I'm going to stick to what I believe. I don't think it'll happen. I think you look at the situation with Daniel Levy, you look at their misunderstanding with him and Harry Kane. You look at the price that Daniel Levy is now saying that he wants off Manchester City or whoever wants to require the services of Harry Kane, and I just can't see it happening. Look at the midfield that Manchester City have got. They've got Phil Foden, Raheem, Torres, Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva. They are so healthy in that area. And then to bring
packed, isn't it? It's
packed. And then to bring in Grealish, who again, one of the best. You look at his stats, you look at the way he's been a talisman for Aston Villa. He's a great captain for the club. Supporter of the football club, and that's why I think it's been difficult. I think that offer has been on the table for a while, but I think Jack has got so much feelings for Aston Villa, and I think if you said to me before this transfer saga started with Harry Kane and Jack Grealish, if you would have said this is the scenario for one player and this is the scenario for the other player, you would have said most people would say Harry Kane returned to training, was a little bit should have go, shouldn't have go, and in the end he went, and Jack Grealish, just because of what's happened in the past and with his off-field antics, which is way behind him by now, you would say he might have been desperate for the move, he might have not turned up for training, and he might have been causing all this havoc. Who would have known that it would have been Harry Kane? And I know we're reading between the lines because nothing official has come out from both club or player. But for me, I think that speaks volumes. Because
the silence is deafening.
Oh, it's ridiculous. And for me, actually, I think Harry Kane he's very much risking his legacy at Tottenham Hotspur with the way that this is panning out.
Well, certainly yesterday some of the callers that we had ringing into us were saying exactly that, as tainting the legacy that he may well leave at Spurs. But what about Jack Grealish and his legacy? Let's find out from a Villa fan how he feels about the situation. Chris joins us this morning. Morning, Chris.
Morning, Chris.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Very well. How are you doing? How are you feeling about this news then emerging about Jack Grealish?
Do you know what? I'm delighted for him. I'm happy for him. He's going to a massive club, one of the best clubs in the world, probably the best club in the world. But, personally, I'm happy for him. But do you know what? I feel like he's a bit of a traitor. I feel like, he's left us now. He's left us in the lurch a bit. His family's from around the area. He was a good player. But I just think he's done it for a bit for the money. Villa have offered him reportedly $200,000 a week, which is incredible. But I feel like he's a bit of a traitor. And I'm sure you understand from my point of view.
But you can also understand his point of view, can't you? That he's looking for success. He wants to win things, and he knows that he can. He can pretty much, this season, if it all goes through, he'll come away with some sort of a medal, won't he?
Yeah, no, definitely. And like I said, personally for him, I completely understand the moves. But being a Villa fan, I'm a little bit bitter. But, you know, that's expected. You know, where does that leave us this year? Where does that leave Villa? You know, without him, he's going to a club who's got loads of people in his position. You know, is he going to sit on the sidelines, or is he going to play a massive role? What do you think?
Yeah, it's a good point, and I've just spelled out the players that Manchester City have got in forward midfield roles, and they are like stacked. I think I almost agree with you a little bit. I'm pleased for Jack Grealish, but my opinion regarding the amount that they've paid for this transfer, I just don't think it's good for the game. And I don't think it looks good after coming out the back of a pandemic out last 18 months, and so many people are struggling to spend 100 million on a player. I know that's what they've got to spend to get Jack Grealish because of his age and because of his quality, but I just don't think it's good for the game. So me looking at it, great for Manchester City, but is it good for the game? And for me, I have to say no.
Trevor, it's massive intent by City spending £100 million. Does this now make you think, well, this is City buying success? This is what they're aiming for now?
Well, I think they're competing because you look at...
It's more than competing.
Well, you look
it's
at
blowing everyone else out the water.
For now, it might be gone in 2 weeks or a week.
Well, it might,
because you look
but
at what's going on
not.
at Chelsea. So for me, I think in the past they bought really well in general. They've not paid top dollar, which other clubs have paid. So this is definitely a change of strategy for Manchester City. I don't like it because I think the one thing that Manchester City fans had to kind of defend themselves is, well, we're not breaking records. We might be bringing in a lot of squad players and we might have a stacked squad, but we're not breaking records to do that. And actually, the players that we bring in, we improve their standing in the game, and they are worth more. So I'm not sure that's going to be the case with Jack, and they've certainly changed their tactics in the way that they buy and the strategy in the way that they buy by breaking this British transfer record.
Chris, thank you very much for your call. Chris there saying, on a personal perspective, he gets it. He gets why Jack Grealish is moving on from Aston Villa, but he still feels as though he's leaving his club in the lurch. Villa fans, let us know what you think of the situation with regards to Jack Grealish. You're happy for him? You're disappointed in him? Let us know. And also Manchester City fans, likewise, how do you stand on Jack Grealish being the £100 million transfer that you are bringing into your squad ahead of this new season? 08717 223344 is the number you can call us on. You can text us at 81089. Tweet us at talkSPORT. Trevor Sinclair, Natalie Sawyer with you right here on talkSPORT until 1.
Jim White and Simon Jordan, Monday to Thursday morning 10 till 1 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.